Hey everyone, welcome back to or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today's video is all about breeders versus rescues. I was really debating whether or not I should film this video as it is quite controversial, but I decided to film it anyway. Also, if you hear crunching in the background, that's just Godzilla eating because I fed him breakfast. There is this, slogan going around that says adopt, don't shop. And what this means is that people should go to rescues rather than breeders, pet shops, or anything like that. So to start, we're going to be starting with rescues. So we'll start with the pros. So the first pro is you'll be saving at least one life. When I mean at least one life, it's if you're going to a shelter, you're not only saving the life of the animal you rescued, but you're also freeing up space for more animals to come in. You will not be putting your money into the pockets of bad breeders or pet stores, which we do not want to support. You're also giving an animal a second chance at life, which I think is like a beautiful thing, that you know that you've saved an animal from being put down. When you go to a rescue, the animals usually come spayed or neutered, so you often save money on that. You'll be supporting rescues in need. Not only by adopting from rescues are you giving them the donations, you're also telling more people about them, which can really benefit their shelter. When you go to a rescue, you usually know the animal's personality, as the fosterer that they were with could usually tell you what their temperament is like. Now onto the cons. Dogs from shelters often have health issues. This is because that they have not been bred for quality rather than it was quantity for a lot of these cases. The dogs in shelters usually have behavioural issues. This is not their fault at all, but it is usually because they have been abused before. Now, I know this is very, very sad and you want to try and help them, but if you have young kids, would you really want to have potentially aggressive dogs? You don't always know what you're getting when you go to a shelter. What I mean by this is that you don't know if the dog's temperament is going to be like really friendly or if they will be aggressive. However, if you take extra precautions and try and talk to the fosterer first, you might have better luck. You don't know what happened to the dog before you got them. They may have been abused and they may have other health issues and like a lot of issues. They may also have trust issues. I mean, you would too if someone abused you, but I'm just saying, would you want to go through trying to work with a dog that may not trust you? You don't really get to see the parents unless the mum was pregnant there, but usually you don't get to see the parents, which I think is very important because the parents' personality usually determines the personality of the puppies. Also, if you want a certain breed, which I know a lot of you wouldn't really mind about the breed, and that's fine, but if you do want a specific breed, going to a shelter may not be the best option as you may not know 100% what you're getting, but they can give you a rough estimate. Now we're going to talk about breeders. When I'm talking about breeders, I'm by no means talking about backyard breeders or pet shops or anything like that. I'm talking about good, ethical breeders who care about the puppies. So the pros are, they will be a good example of their breed. Good and ethical breeders will strive to improve the quality of their puppies. You know where the dog came from. You're getting the dog straight from someone's house to your house. There's no history that you aren't aware of. There will usually be less health issues as the parents have selectively bred the puppies and will choose the parents that are the healthiest in order for their puppies to have good health. You will get to meet the parents. Now, I know when I got my dogs, I got them from a breeder, a good ethical breeder. I got to meet their parents. This was very important as their parents were very friendly and they had no health issues. They are often in a house with children. Now, I know when I got Ace, they were like lots of children there, and they all grew up with the puppies, and I could tell that Ace was very much loved, and they were sad to see him go. The personality of your puppy is more predictable, as you know where the parents, and you know where the puppy came from. Also, a lot of people say, well, breeders also contribute to overpopulation, but this is not true. If you go to a good breeder, they will take the puppy back if you can no longer care for them, as they do not want their puppy standing up in shelters. If the world only had good breeders, there would be no need for shelters. If you want a specific breed of dog, you can go to a breeder, and you know exactly what breed you're getting. They also come with papers, which is very important if you plan on breeding your own puppy, which I don't really recommend. But if you do want to breed your puppy or dog, you should make sure that you know the breed. Although there are many pros to getting your puppy from a breeder, there are some cons as well, which I think is very important to talk about. The first con is that you're missing out on saving a life. What I'm trying to say here is that there is still another dog in a shelter that you could have brought home and you could have saved their life. Another con is when going to a breeder is that they will often cost a lot more. I've seen French bulldogs from breeders like upwards of $10,000, which I think is pretty crazy, but I'm just saying breeders are very expensive. Also, if you go to a bad breeder, there will be issues. So let me know if you want to see a video on the difference between a good and ethical breeder and a bad breeder, because none of the pros will apply if you don't choose a good breeder. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are more team breeder or team rescue. But make sure to keep the comments civil and really kind. Also remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next video. Bye.